Freddie Dale. I'm taking a skeletal oral exam. We're going to start off with the skull. For the first one, we have the nasal bone, which is located right here. Point of bridge of nose. We have the lacrimal bone, which is the lower eye socket. Then we have the maxilla bone, which is the upper jawbone, both sides. Then we have the zygmatic bone, which is underneath the eyes, lower eye socket. We have the temporal bone, located right here on both sides of the skeleton. Then we have the mandible bone, the lower jawbone. We have the parietal bone, which is on both sides of the skeleton. It's located right here, this region. We have the frontal bone, which is located right here in this region, forehead. We have the ethmoid bone, it's between the eye sockets, which is right here. Then we have the occipital bone, which is the back bottom of the head, right here. Next, we're going to start with the upper extremity. We're going to start with the scapular bone, which is the shoulder blade right here, both sides. Then we have the clavicle bone, which is right here, both of these. Next, we have the humeral bone, is the upper bone, both sides, upper larger bone. Then you have the radius, the lower bone on the thumb side. Then you have the ulnar bone, the smaller bone on the pinky side. Then you have the scapula, the bone here, scapula. Then you have lunate, the smaller capital bone in the wrist. Then you have the trachea, the bone outside, like over here, about under the pinky. You have the fist fate bone, which is on the thumb side, right here. Then you have the humate bone, the wedge-shaped hook bone right here in the middle of your wrist. Then you have the capitate bone, the larger capital center of the wrist right here. Then you have the trapezoid bone, which is the smaller wrist bone, and it's wedge-shaped, located between the pinky and your ring finger. We're going to begin with the torso. Humans have 24 ribs, 12 pairs, and first set are known as true ribs, which are located right here. The next 5 are known as false ribs, right here, and 3 false ribs located to the sternum. The remaining 2 sets of the false ribs are known as floating ribs right here. We're going to end with the lower extremity. We're going to begin with the hip, which has 3 parts. The linea, which is the top of the larger part of the hip. The ischium, which look like the hooks part of the hip. And then you have your pubis bone, which is right here, this part right here. And you have your femur, your 2 bones right here, the larger bones in your leg. Then you have the patella, this is right here. Then you have the tibia, which is the inner bone on your leg. Then you have the fibula, which is the outer bone on your leg. Then you have the talus, which is the ankle bone. Then you have the calcaneus, which is the heel bone. I hope I pronounced that real right. Probably didn't. Then I have the navicular bone, which is top near ankle, right top right here. Then you have the medial clavicular, which is right here. Then you have the intermedial clavicular, which is right here. Then you have the lateral cuneiform, which is right here. And then you have the cuboid, which is the outside bone of your foot. And that is the end of my skeletal org set.